Tunga sentensi ukitumia C. Chungu cheusi cha chalo chanakia chakula. Tunga sentensi ukitumia K. Kisu kirefu kikali kimetumika kukatia kondoo. Tunga sentensi ukitumia J. Jiko la Jacinta jeusi limejazwa jasusi na jambazi. Kwa hivyo jina langu kamili ni MCKJ. Ukitaka Jamli Kogi. I am a storyteller by profession, a motivational speaker by practice, a singer by calling, and I integrate all the three by belief. Ladies and gentlemen, I leave took lunch a few hours ago, but allow me to take you back to the land of the kitchen. A long time ago, but not so long ago, in the land of the kitchen, utensils lived in peace and harmony. They believed in unity and teamwork. Sufuria was always the first to wake up, but she never forgot to carry her sister water. Together, they would sit on charcoal stove the Jiko. But Jiko was no joke. Jiko would burn the sufuria and burn the water until water would boil. Water could not stand the heat alone. At this point, she shouted to the milk, "Milk! Come quickly!" Milk was a good swimmer, already diving in the water to try and calm the situation. But Jiko would burn the sufuria, burn the water, and burn the milk. Water and milk thought and decided to get a solution. Do you know what they did? They added tea leaves, and the solution became tea. When time came to prepare ugali in the land of the kitchen, Sufuria would hold firmly on the Jiko so that Mwiko could turn his muscles to the left. Then turn his muscles to the right. Kushoto kuliana, kushoto kuliana. And turn. Kushoto kuliana, and turn. Together they would prepare the tastiest ugali ever. I cannot forget when time came to eat the spaghetti. Fork would fingerly the spaghetti. The spoon would fingerly the spaghetti. Together they would sing to the nine. Kata, kata, every evening, utensils enjoyed a warm soapy water in the kitchen sink. Spoon offered to scratch the backs of Mwiko and Sufuria. Plate would hold some water for fork and spoon to swim in. Towel would then massage everybody. Finally, tray offered everyone a lift to the kitchen cupboard. They would then sleep until the next morning. That is how life was in the land of the kitchen. There was love, there was cooperation, there was harmony, there was abundant peace. Until one day, when tragedy struck, it was an evening like this. After utensils had had a very hectic day, they decided to take a very well-deserved afternoon nap. But children of Sufuria were busy outside, shouting and dancing at the top of their voices. Some were singing, head, shoulder, knees and toes, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulder, knees and toes, ear, eye, nose and mouth. All of a sudden, the skies opened up and pinched the clouds. It started raining cats and dogs. Children of Sufuria ran back to the kitchen, shouting and waking up everybody except the mother, who was sound asleep. Mwiko felt it was the obligation of Sufuria to tell her children to keep quiet, but she was sound asleep. Mwiko, fuming and furious with anger, shouted at the children of Sufuria, "Shut up, you stupid children of Sufuria!" Ha ha! At this point, Sufuria woke up. "How dare you call my children stupid? You silly, slender piece of wood." Mwiko hit back. "You call me slender? No wonder people say empty things make most noise." Mwiko hit back. Sufuria hit back. "Mwiko, how many of your relatives have broken and died while trying to turn ugali? Look at us. We are made of aluminium and built fast." Aha! A commotion erupted. Utensils divided into two. Some for Mwiko, some for Sufuria. And a fierce fight fight broke out. And the pandemonium and aluminium was too much to handle. Kibuyu, who was always a gentleman, decided to run away for safety. But as Kibuyu ran, he stepped on soap, slid, hit his head hard on the ground, and Kibuyu bled. Kibuyu bled kerosene. On the other side, Matchbox, who was pregnant with the twins, was running out from water. But as Matchbox ran, she met with a knife, who stabbed her to the stomach, split it open, and her two twins, tiny matchsticks, flew into the air, came falling, collided, causing a spark that dropped on kerosene. Furious fire started. This fire consumed everybody and everything, and nobody was spared. Mwiko was reduced to ashes. Sufuria was burnt beyond recognition. I am the only one who survived. Because I am the serving spoon, who was always kept in the dining room and has lived. Tell this story from one generation to another, that we must maintain peace, Kenyans and all other nations. We must be unique, such that when people sit, we stand. When people stand, we stand out. When people stand out, we outstand. And when every Tom, Dick, and Harry has outstood, we must become standards of peace. Thank you.